We WAGMI. Hi, humble miner. We'll start in a few minutes. We'll wait for some more people to come in the room.
Yeah, we'll give a couple minutes.
Thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming. We
It,
were going to wait for a few minutes for some. Is that Sean?
yes, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you didn't interrupt me. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming to our space. Sircrone and I have wagminft.net, and I'm super excited to write the post about your work too. So thank you for agreeing to answer some questions. It's a really great way to get some extra traction and let your fans know about who and what you are.
Yes, I'm looking forward to sending you those. That's going to be great. And you know that it's a lot of fun to fill those questions out. This is the second time that I'm being interviewed now in the last 2 weeks. So I'm actually very excited and honored.
Oh, that's great news. That's exactly what it's for. And the traction that you get is incredible because sircrone is a very skilled technician and the has been honing the SEO, and we're just slowly but surely creeping up our ability to reach further and further outside of our existing community. So the website's getting a lot of traction. So thank you for agreeing to do that. I'm going to invite everyone to come up and speak. I see Shed away. Oh, she just left. But I think that we could go ahead and get started now. Sircrone, do you want to get us started and talk about the website a little bit?
Yeah. I can start it up. There's not really much to say at the moment. I was on vacation all last week, so I didn't really do too much. Every now and then I check to see if there's new signups, which has slowed down, but that's okay. There's gonna be peaks and troughs of engagement uh, on the website. But yeah, no, it's good. We have a lot planned for it. It's all just a time thing. Right now, I still have the projects I'm working on that I had started, and I want to make sure I get that done before, because it's better to just get that done, move on to the next, than have a bunch of unfinished projects that are just like floating in space. So I want to make sure that once I get focused on it, it gets done right. But we have a lot planned for it. There will eventually be a complete overhaul of the website. Right now, it's more of a learning experience because it wouldn't make sense to just jump out right away and spend tons of money and time building a site without really knowing the needs of the community, without knowing the needs of Ravencoin, and knowing exactly how to get the site up to spec for what would be the most efficient and engaging website. So it's more of like a learning experience right now. We add something, we see how people respond, we see if it works, if it's too much to handle. Like recently, we temporarily, indefinitely took down the quote unquote NFT listing section where people could have us list an NFT for them. We noticed that it was a little too time consuming for us. So it's just better to just point people who want to sell stuff to the people who are more equipped and prepared for it, like NFTRVN is as a marketplace and any other marketplaces out there. We have the option of anybody and everybody to sign up on the website, whether you're a marketplace, whether you're a collector, whether you're an artist, to sign up. And during the sign up, you could pick the type of profile you want, and that would help with the searches, right? So in the beginning, it was just you searched the member section and everybody was just there. Now we have more of a, like we drill down, like, okay, if you click on this button to see the artists, click on this button to see the marketplaces. And I feel that's, we just want to make it where it works for the people versus just working, because just working is one aspect of having a product, It's like, I have a car, it could turn on, but if there's no wheels, what am I going to do? So now we're starting to slap the wheels on, we're putting steering wheels, and sooner or later it'll be a vehicle that can be driven by the users and the members, where it's less hands-on for us, and it'll just grow organically and independent and autonomously, which is the goal. So I think I just said a lot, so anybody else can jump on board and ask any questions or talk about what they got going on.
Well, I must say, if I may, that the WAGMI website is very, very clean. That's fast, that's friendly, well done to the two of you. I think it's great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's my thing. These days, you go to a website, there's a lot being thrown at you all at once. And I feel like people could easily lose focus as to what they're on the website for, right? Like, like even Twitter, right? Like you go on the home page, it's like, do I check my messages? Do I check my notifications? Do I look at my messages? Do I look at, what's the preview on the right hand? It's like, so we want it to just be focused on whatever that page is about. That's what that page is about, I feel it's not really necessary to have everything everywhere at all times, I want to give people the opportunity to find what they're looking for instead of me deciding what I think they should see. Which unfortunately, that is sort of the core of marketing, but we're focused more on just Ravencoin community building and not just selling a product, because we're not selling a product. We're giving something away. So when you're giving something away, you don't really have to sell it. It's like someone walks up to, a concession stand and I'm giving out free samples. I don't have to market it. It's there. If you want it, take it. So that's sort of what WAGMI is. It's a free product, a free service, and people will use it if they feel it fulfills their marketing, So like as an artist, I can use it to find collectors and find marketplaces to list on. If I'm new to Ravencoin, I don't know what's going on. I don't know where to put my art. You go there, it's like, click marketplaces. Oh, cool. There's, Ravenist, NFTRVN, and whoever else wants to join up, Again, I don't want to market anyone. I'm just using them as examples because whoever joins, they market themselves. They're there, So that's basically it.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Oh, no, I was just going to add on that the other aspect that you can link your Twitter profile, and also you can add a wallet address so that you could send and receive airdrops. So it's great for marketing. For example, Mirage has airdropped at least 2 NFTs that are, and she just created them just for the people that were signed up. So right there's scarcity involved, and we just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, right now it's just a free airdrop, but who knows what that may be. And there's no promises or anything, but it's just fun to be a part of a network that that really does not, like sircrone says, doesn't cost anything to be a part of. And the more that you put in, the more you connect, the more build out your gallery. It's all linking back to Ravencoin. So I love the expression, that I hear around the Ravencoin community, that if Ravencoin succeeds, we all succeed. So yeah, I appreciate everyone's involvement and everyone for being here too, and for supporting the website. And but so yes, we thank you for talking about that, sircrone. And so we're sort of just in a holding pattern now. I'm going to continue to write posts up for artists. I saw a couple people come into the room and they sort of left, but that's fine. They're seeing WAGMI NFT, and here's another person. Welcome, Zero Fox. You can listen if you want to raise your hand to asked to speak and show your product, you're more than welcome to. We're just a community of NFT community that's focused on the Ravencoin blockchain, and we do on-chain NFTs, and we have a website, WAGMINFT, where we have some fabulous, one video in particular that sircrone made that shows you how to make an NFT. The entire video is 11 minutes, and you don't have to have any coding experience to make an NFT on Ravencoin. And so it's just a really user-friendly platform, and our job is to spread the word of Ravencoin NFTs. We are, I guess you call us a startup, right, sircrone? It was just a website that was created out of need because we saw that a lot of artists didn't have, a website, and they were just trying to market themselves on Twitter. And unless you go through someone's whole Twitter profile, their message and their work may be lost in that. So we wanted WAGMI to be an extension of that, but also to be a landing pad, like sircrone said, for someone who's just coming in the first time and wants to find their way around. So
Yeah, exactly.
we are here.
It was an evolution of sorts. It was started as just a gallery, and then little by little we started tacking things on, and we're like, wait a minute, this isn't really a gallery anymore. What do we do? So it's just evolving, and we're just using the feedback we get from the users, which is great. It helps us to decide what the next step is. If we don't hear anything, then we're going to assume everything's fine. So if you find anything that you feel would be helpful and beneficial to you as a member of the website and the crypto and Ravencoin community directly, we're here for you guys. Right now, like I said, I'm working on some stuff, but sooner or later, WAGMI will get full focus at some point, and then we can really take off from there. So right now, it's just we're learning what needs to be done, and then we're going to implement it.
If I may, Sunny, I like your comment about the airdrops. Would you please send me a DM about that, on how to do that? Because I'm all about giving things away. I give away a lot of NFTs, and as you can imagine, I've been around for a long, long time, having 230,000 followers, three groups with 160 members, and we've been around since 2012. I have been in actually Twitter. Of course, NFTs weren't there, but it was a strange place. And of course, when NFTs came around, I sort of didn't know about art. I wasn't an artist. I only became an artist 7 years back. And I'm a self-taught artist. I became an artist when I fell ill. So I have bipolar PTSD, and I can't do the work that I used to be able to do. I was a soldier, and now they won't let me anywhere near weapons. So, so now, so now I had to find something else to do. And while I was in hospital, I just started to draw. Somebody said to me, "Why don't you start drawing?" And the funny thing is that my entire life, my sister and my niece are excellent artists. So, and I thought, that's wonderful, but I'll never be able to do it. And I started, and through 16-hour days and hard work and ruining my eyes and and all and blood, sweat, and tears, I've managed to actually do it. And my art isn't that bad. I thought I would love to show you one day. I would love to put on NFT Raven. I'm going to put 10 NFTs from the very start to now, and then you can see how my style and how my skill has evolved since the beginning to now. It's an incredible, miraculous thing, and I'm so thankful for it. And I'm thankful
I
to
have an
actually you
idea,
guys.
actually, Captain, if I may. Sorry for interrupting you. We do what's called a Watch Artist Work Wednesdays. I think it would be great to have you on there to do just that. It could sort of be a prequel to what you want to do with the NFTs, and sort of introduce your artwork in a more sort of one-on-one sort of setting. I don't know if you've seen our Google Meet Watch Artists Work Wednesdays. Basically, you just share your screen, and you have a visual attachment to what you're saying now. So it's a more of a interactive sort of setting. And again, that's up to you if you want to participate in that. But just to bring you to what you wanted Sonny to DM you about the airdrop process. I think it would actually be great if Sonny, if you don't mind, giving us like an intro to that now, so it's part of the space, and then you could also DM him some step by steps as well later.
Absolutely, yes. So when you go to sign up on the website, there's a tab that you can add a wallet address. And so we have a link also on the website that says what is a wallet, and so you click on that, and we have the two wallets that we suggest that you use, and then from there you just slap that wallet address that you create into that section there. And so now you have a receiving address so that you can receive airdrops. Now, if you want to send airdrops, then you simply go to the other profiles and you grab their Ravencoin address because it's all public on the website. And so you can do a mass airdrop essentially. And that's what we don't have it's sweeped yet. So you have to go into each profile and, copy the address. But we're trying to do a sweep thing where you can just, copy all the addresses and then send them to everyone on the platform. But we're not quite there yet. So, patience. But that's one feature of the website I absolutely love because I hear stories and that where people have gotten a free airdrop and it becomes something that's either very personally important to them or it actually has tangible value. And we're at the beginning of what I believe is a revolution of sorts that's going to transform how most things are bought and sold. Um, you know, uh, NFTs are going to unlock a lot of things, not just art. Artists just happen to be the first to like really break down the barrier. So I always like to say that on my spaces is props to the artists for really bringing the house down and letting the world know that we're here to do NFTs. So, and art is at the forefront of everything that we buy, even the broccoli at the store. So, I like to say that artists are going to be the engine for what's going to make WAGMI NFT operate and expand because art is at the center of everything that we buy. So that's essentially in a nutshell what the airdrop feature will offer. And we're going to be adding on a lot more features. We're just getting started, but we want WAGMI NFT to be a place where, especially the people who get on here early and really take advantage of it, it's a network effect. Just like how being on Twitter earlier, you've been on Twitter, like you said, since 2012, you have 200,000 followers. I know for me, it's a grind to get followers. Each follower is you have to convince them to give you a reason to follow you. So, um, and people are herd animals. So when they see that you're following us, then it helps our network to grow here too. So thank you for being here in our space. So everyone go check out your art. I would love to hear a little bit more about, your process and what you're doing and the collection that you have up now.
Yes, thank you very much. The one that I have now is called 10 Buildings. And these are, I think about 8 of them are real buildings that are in my town or around my town that I live in here. Um, they don't always look like that. It was a certain time. Some of them are in a stormy atmosphere. Some of them are in an idealized atmosphere. So that I think they came out very well. And what I do, speaking of followers, I am offering. I've noticed that a lot of people on Ravencoin don't have followers, and what I'm offering is for every one that is sold, one of one that is sold, I will personally do a promotion for them, which will get them about 100 followers to 200 followers. And I will provide the NFTs, everything. They don't have to do anything. I will do that for free. And because I have got contacts like you can't actually believe, and we've got those groups that are so powerful that So I will do that uh, to people who actually support me, because it's all about support, just like what Sonny and
Absolutely.
sircrone
That
is
is
saying.
such a great idea. I'm surprised I haven't heard that uh, before. That's a really great strategy of just helping each other and that synergistic effect that happens. And that is what an NFT does. It connects the artist directly with the fan. Yeah, and it's just yeah, what we're seeing here is we're inventing it as we go along, and it's really exciting. So I did not know that. We'll spread the word on that.
Yeah, and I can attest to Captain Tripp's following too. I mean, he posted me this morning on his giveaway, and I'm already up 80 followers from 150. So I actually surpassed my main account now. So it definitely works, and it's a if anything there's utility in buying his NFTs.
That's a great
I'm
story. I love that.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to actually hear that, because I really want to help you out. I've been helping people out for 3 years, and with this Twitter space and the NFTs, it's so people can get so rabid and people can get so desperate. And then that's when the greed comes in and the backstabbing and the slating. And I don't want to have any part of that. All that I want is peace, you know, and I want to help everybody. And I'm not saying that just because I want sales or anything like that. I've been that way since day one. And it doesn't matter how many followers I have, you can always DM me. I cannot stand these people who have 20,000 followers and say, never DM me, because I'm so great and I'm so important, you know. So DM me anytime, any of you guys, if you need help with anything. I am here, and I do things free too. So, I mean, it's not as though I am asking you to pay me for an RT or I will, everything's just freely given. And then what I'll do too is I want you guys eventually to think about coming into our groups, and then you can post things. And because RVN or Die is already in the group, and he is my guest, and he doesn't have to sit there and RT the whole day, or or I mean, just a couple of RTs, a couple of follows, and it keeps people happy, because I don't want a general uprising either. you know
So tell us about the group and how does that work and how do you join it?
The groups, all that you got to do is just to DM me and say that I want to join. And the groups are very simple. Uh, all that you have to do is, in a reasonable way, support those who support you. That's all. RTs, you don't have to like, you can. RT is very important. You don't have to comment, but if you want to, it's fine. And to follow. So RT and follow are the two most important. And look, we have 160 followers. There are a lot of sitters and there are a lot of takers. But you see, I don't like to just kick people out. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not a nasty guy. So I give warnings, I give personal I don't give any sort of Nazi type of warnings. I give, I give fair warning and say, please, guys, remember to RT, and then there's other guys in my group that have helped me a lot. I mean, these guys are excellent people, and they are a really good bunch of people, and we are like a family. And I think RVN or Die has actually seen that. And we just love each other and we support each other in all things. So that's all you have to do. I mean, I normally say just do 30 RTs per day. I mean, 30 RTs, if you look at it this way, I have 5 uh, Twitter accounts: Captain Trips, SDV, Neopunks, Prestige Promotions, and Radio, and that Radio One. Now, I RT and I like about 500 times a day. I have never ever been warned by Twitter or banned by Twitter or anything of that nature. That is an absolute lie, and that is spread by people that just don't want to work. You know, people that have got banned or shadow banned are doing other things, like suddenly, like following a whole lot of people and then suddenly unfollowing a whole lot of people, which Twitter thinks that you are a bot, and when Twitter thinks that you're a bot, you're going to get banned.
What
So
what about
that's what people.
replies? What about replies? If you do a lot of replies, I do a lot of replies to people, and I'm concerned that I'm going to be called a bot. In fact, I've been laying off a little bit. Do you know
Not
anything
at
about
all.
that?
Yes, yes, certainly. I've been around, as I said, for a long time, so I know about these things, and they, Twitter was made for that. Twitter is made to RT. Twitter is made to talk. Twitter is made to actually reply. Twitter, everything that Twitter is made for, and you are using it, doesn't matter if you do it 1,000 times a day. They will not ban you. Everybody that comes to me and said, well, I've been banned and I can't RT, I say to them, please show me what Twitter has actually sent you. And they show me what Twitter has sent them, and it was for following. They followed too many people, and then they tried to get clever by unfollowing a whole lot of people. Now, Twitter sees that as a bot. So you can, if you buy followers, you are going to get banned. There are those sites that give you 10,000 followers just in a matter of days. You are going to get banned for that. If you racism, you're going to get banned for that. Foul language or harassment of people, you're going to get warned and banned for that. There is no ways that anybody has ever got banned for RTing. And let's just actually put it this way. Yesterday, somebody said to me, "Oh, I've been shadow banned again. This is the 4th time in 3 weeks." I said to them, "Okay, now I'm going to prove to you something, that you've been shadow banned because you've been doing funny things." So I went on and I looked up Captain Trips and SDV. Now, Captain Trips I get about 100 actually DMs a day, and everybody's trying to scam me and this and that and the other. So it, I RT a lot a day too. So I looked up there. I'm as clean as a whistle. It's all green. So I'm doing things right. I don't. Yes, I would like to get rid of bots, but if I got rid of all my bots, I would still have 10 times more followers than anybody else, basically. So I don't like the fact that I've got so many bots. I think I've got about, and I'll be honest with you, about 50,000 bots. And I have no idea where they came from. You know, people, they just arrive, and then you just follow people, and you don't realize that they're bots. So things like that happen. But you see, because I've got so many followers, I can um, unfollow, say, 1,000 people, and Twitter won't think that I'm a bot. But if you have, say, 5,000 followers, and you suddenly unfollow 1,000, you are going to get like a 3-day ban for that, because they think that you're a bot that's just actually getting followers and then, doing sneaky things. And Twitter doesn't want you to do sneaky things. So that's about it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's good information. Thank you for that.
Hey,
Yep.
Sonny, have you thought about making a WAGMI NFT Twitter account so you can promote a little bit more and not piss off your main following from your Sonny account?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about that, and we might do that. It's just um, yeah, I think that would be, we obviously are going to have to do that at some point. Right now, it's just was simpler just to keep it here. So we're going to talk about that. But I think that that's a really good suggestion because I am interested in really ramping up the WAGMI brand and what's, the kind of thing that I want to happen here. I have a TikTok account now, and the first video, it's actually a compilation of a few different NFTs and videos around our GM gallery. And the song is from the GM Vibe. I don't know if you guys remember that one with the wave, and it's a very catchy song. That has the one video has over 6,000 followers, and I posted another one yesterday, and it already has 600 views. So and I have the name of the website as as the handle, and so you just don't know what every little view and every little click is happening. So the energy and the momentum is building. I know we're in a big bear market right now, but we're just preparing for like the next phase. But to answer your question, yes, we will be looking into that. I see that Pinwheel came into the room and wanted to speak. Would you like to speak now? You're more than welcome
Hello.
to. Hello, welcome. Welcome to WAGMI NFT Twitter Space.
Thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you for coming. So tell us about
Thank you.
yourself and your project.
Okay, thank you. And first of all, I finish my work, then I will explain the details so people can understand while watching it and listening to me. And for those who doesn't know me, my name is Inkoja. I'm 37 years old from Turkey, and I create NFT pinwheels because pinwheel is a childhood symbol and symbolize the times when things were simple and natural. The way it spins arouses childhood memories in me. When I was a child, nobody could buy me any toys, so I used to make my own pinwheels. In fact, I miss those days a lot because I could be very happy with such little things. So spare some time and recall your childhood memories. Maybe these pinwheels can help us trigger our memories. As for the details, these pinwheels are animations on OpenSea. It works well with Twitter Blue, and there are many forms of pinwheels in the collection. The full price is 0.003, and you can order custom pinwheel, and the price is 0.005, nearly $7. Lastly, we donate some of the income to SaveTheChildren.org. Another great utility is that if the collector would like, I give a real pinwheel to a needy child and prove it. That's all for me. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Pinwheel, for coming into our space. If you get a chance, sign up for our website. We're Ravencoin NFTs, which is a different blockchain, but we welcome all creators to come here and learn and share. And I retweeted your tweet and I also pinned it to our chat. So please, everyone here, follow each other. Like Captain Tripp so eloquently said, all we have is each other and the support of each other, and we can create a really powerful network effect just by supporting each other.
Yes, you're right.
Hello, Brick. Sorry, Sonny, I butted in there. Just want to say hi to Brick.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a conversation. Yeah. Hi, Brick. Welcome to our Twitter space. Thank you for coming and supporting. We endorse and support all creators here. As we mentioned, the artists are the first one that broke down the barrier, but there's going to be all sorts of NFTs or tokens that are going to be created on blockchains, and art is going to be the interfacing factor. So we need all of us here, builders, engineers, software designers. And I would never have built this website if it weren't for meeting someone like sircrone, who had the technical ability and, to sort of take it to the next level. I was actually thinking about that last night, that sort of what this website has become is I would never have said yes if I would have, because I would have just gotten too overwhelmed and intimidated. But just bit by bit, you can just keep growing and expanding and delivering something that's like really useful to people. And it gives me really good self-esteem and makes me feel really good about myself that I can contribute in this way. And it's a free platform that helps others. So, it's just something to feel good about. So thank you, Sir Chrome, for doing it with me and being on this journey. It's really exciting and scary at the same time, but fun.
Well, what adventure wouldn't be an adventure if it wasn't scary and fun at the same time?
Totally. But yeah, thank you, Captain Trips, for sharing a lot about the Twitter, because I think it's the single most important aspect of being a successful NFT artist is understanding the dynamics of Twitter, and that can be overwhelming. And just having WAGMINFT as that interface that gives you that soft landing. I know that for me, I just, like you said, the DMs start coming at you and the Twitter, and you just don't know what's true and what's false. And I see Indy has her hand up. Indy, would you like to speak?
Hey, yeah. How's everyone?
Fine,
Hello.
thank you for coming.
No problem. Just briefly, I just wanted to say thank you to both you and sircrone just for having such a big presence in the Raven community and stuff, and always promoting, and just obviously when you first started WAGMINFT and stuff, how sort of simple you kept it, and even though now you're growing it, you're still keeping it user friendly and things. So just thank you for all your hard work, really.
Well, thank you for being a member.
Sorry, may I just say that on Wednesday, Brick being my second buyer, I've sold two, which is such a great thing. I'm really, really pleased about that. And Brick is my second buyer, and I'm going to do a giveaway for him on Wednesday once RV Energize one is finished. So I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, that's a beautiful experiment and a way to engage your fan base and have it be like a mutually beneficial relationship that's where there's no fees exchanged, but you're just helping each other. And that's what I love about NFTs. And like Sircone and I, how we started this website, we actually we each share an admin token for WAGMI NFT. So we share 50% of that domain. And it's he's anonymous. And so you can start a platform with somebody who's anonymous and split the power. And to me, that's just revolutionary right there, to be able to start something like this without having to quote unquote trust anybody, because the trust is built into the system. I think Sir Cron said it as like trustlessness without the trust, or trustlessness with the trust. I can't remember how you said it, but essentially we start to trust each other and come together and collaborate. But then when we start to build on blockchain, we don't have to trust each other because of how the blockchain is. So it's just such an intuitive way to start a business, because chances are you don't live next door to each other. You can't be in the same place to create something. So we can utilize all these technologies that can help us to grow without having the constraints of not being able to see each other, basically. So yeah, it's just incredible what's happening. Thank you, Ravencoin Assets, for coming into the space. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all the support from everyone. If nobody else wants to share, perhaps we can close the space a little early.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Do you want to give a shout
May
out?
I? Sorry. I know I'm hugging a lot of airtime here. I'm very sorry about it.
Oh no,
No,
we're
don't apologize.
grateful.
Yeah, this is the point of the whole thing. We want to hear from you. We
I
want
would
to hear
just
from
like
everybody.
yes, thank you, actually, Sir Crone. I would just like to mention this is not now on the Ravencoin chain. I'm sorry to mention this, it's on OpenSea, but it's such a good collection. It's called Neopunks. And I'm trying to drive these things because they're so good. And I don't know if you've seen my posts on them, if anybody's seen my posts, but if you get a chance, I would like to have some feedback from you, because obviously I'm now getting into Ravencoin because OpenSea is just like a no go for me. But I can't change the Neopunks from OpenSea to Ravencoin because the season one is already sold out, and they're there, so I can't sort of change them and chop and change actually like that. But if you get a chance, just have a look at what I'm doing there. I'm selling cards, animated cards. There will be 10 of them, and I think the first one is the two of clubs, and it's an animated spinning card. It's an NFT for $4. So what actually happens now is when all 10 of them are sold, then I'm going to have a spinning wheel in a proportional way. So if you buy three, there will be three names scattered. Your name will be scattered over there, and then the rest of them will be on there. And it's all very fair. I've obviously got an app to do it, and it's an exciting thing. It's different, and I love to come up with these different things to sell my NFTs. Uh, so if you can take a look at that and let me know what you think, and just give me some feedback, because you see, from me being in a position of being busy the entire day and running around after the groups and running around after followers and stuff like that, I can't always be, I don't always have my finger on the pulse of everything. So if you guys, anybody here, please just tell me, Sean, this isn't right, or Sean, this, I'm open to uh, criticism. Constructive criticism is most welcome. Please. Thank you very much for actually letting me speak, Sunny and Sir Crone. I really appreciate it. You've been wonderful.
I think I'm on the profile now from, is it the @neo_punks with a Z? Is that it?
That's the one, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Thank you, Sir Crone. That'll be fantastic. Thank you very much.
I was just actually looking at that collection, and I actually really, I think my favorite is number 30. I think the drawings are they're different to what I've seen before. But just scrolling through what you've done so far, number 30 was definitely a favourite.
I am honored, thank you, and I'm flabbergasted. Thank you very much. 30 is in season 1, isn't it? Obviously, yes, and it's been sold, but you can always buy it on the secondary market if you like it. We're always trying to sell something. But yes, thank you very much. I'm very honored actually that you like it. I wish it was available, because in season 1 we actually gave away 2. We gave away. I don't know if you can see on there. There's the sort of the like a close up, and then a further away one. There's actually 2 of them, and but with season 2 now being a completely different thing. It's got music, it's got animation background. We've just got onto another level now. And then season 3 will go onto another level. And season 4 will go on to another level. So I want to keep this thing evolving from just having this sort of stoic JPEG there. I want these things to be alive. Did you read the bio of it?
I didn't. I went straight to the pictures, but I will have a read of it.
Have a read of the bio. They are fantastic, and some of them are very funny, very, very funny, and some of them are just downright weird, because they are, after all, punks. Thank you very much. I really appreciate those kind words. Thank you.
Rick, you've been sitting there patiently with your hand up. Would you like to speak? Welcome to the
Good,
space.
good morning, Sunny. Good afternoon, on your end. Thank you for
Morning.
speaking.
Hello.
How's everyone? I'm just sorry that I came in late. I just got into the office. It is
No,
5:30 in the morning here in Australia.
you're the hardest working Australian I've ever met,
We
and
are
I'm
now in
allowed to
hard
say that
work.
because my family's from there on my dad's side, New Zealand. So they're
Nice, yeah. No, New Zealand's are like us, and very, very culturally, very similar in terms of being hard workers. Look, I just sort of just my 2 cents worth of the conversation. Again, it's always great to hear people talk, and especially what's happening in the Ravencoin community, and Capitano, who's here. He's become a big, obviously big advocate in terms of what we're doing in the Ravencoin community. So I really appreciate that, Capitano. We were quite fortunate to be able to grab that art piece by Capitano or Sean, the artist, which the Dan Beath piece, the second piece that was put up on NFTRVN, and that piece it spoke to us, it spoke to me in terms of the story behind it. And the Capitano, I've been on messages, the private messages, and obviously learning about his background and so forth, and a bit of banter between us, and I was just sort of when I saw that piece come up, and obviously the story in terms of his family, for that's emotional. So that's why it was a great piece of art, but also the story behind it is also what makes a piece. And I think you guys know that I always enjoy a story behind a piece of art, and for that. I was quite fortunate enough to grab it because I don't think it was going to last very long being up there. So thank you, Capitano, for that piece. And that's forever owned by the Brick Dolphin Property Token series, which is the second piece after the Dolphin by Indie Bows. So again, that's the second piece that Brick Dolphin Property Token series owns. And probably just lastly, not to sort of take too much time, just lastly, just in terms of, can I sort of encourage everybody to be supportive of each other, especially in the Ravencoin community? We're so early, and we're still trying to track mainstream. Because I keep saying about the rising tides raises all boats. I think we need to keep supporting each other, because sometimes people could sort of go out on a sort of a different angle, and sort of make comments. All I can say is let's all just encourage each other in terms of the different projects especially across the Ravencoin community, and let's all support it and rise up together. and be supportive of each other, because that's how we're going to make it. We're all going to make it by being together, and again, I'm a big believer in that. And I know Sunny's a big advocate in terms of when she's all the things she does. So I just like that's sort of my last comments. Just let all support each other and move forward, so we can actually bring mainstream, because our biggest competitor is mainstream. That's who we're competing with. That's who we've got to bring into our community. So yeah, just my 2 cents worth on that.
Thank you. Thank you for talking about that. Yeah, and it's competitive in the sense that you think that you're competing against the person next to you, but in reality, it's really a blue ocean opportunity right now. And we have to just look beyond kind of what's in front of us and and recognize the opportunities that we have. So if there's anybody else who wants to come up, I see some new people that were coming into the room that I haven't seen before. I just want to thank you for coming in and checking out wagminft.net. It's a social platform focused on Ravencoin NFTs, and it's a very useful platform if you don't know anything about NFTs or if you already have a lot of experience. Sircrone has a fabulous video that's 11 minutes long that can get you can mint an NFT from watching that video, and you don't have to have any coding experience or any sort of experience with blockchain. It's called a human readable blockchain. That's what Ravencoin is. And they're on-chain NFTs. There's no smart contract, so you don't need to learn any fancy coding in order to make an NFT. And that's very revolutionary. And I feel like that we don't say that enough. So I just wanted to pop that in there while we had some new people in. So if anybody else wants to pipe up, otherwise, maybe Sircrone, you can close us out.
Well, I am going to be a little selfish right now. I am going to kind of shill myself for a moment. I rarely do this, but it's really not about shilling myself. I'm not sure if everybody knows I'm developing a game. So it probably sounds like I've been saying this for a while. It's actually a different game. So originally, the Cronenbergs were just going to be some NFTs. So anybody who's been in the Ravencoin community and following along with the emergence of Cronenberg gang and whatnot. So shortly after developing it, I decided I was going to make it into a card game, a printed card game. That is still happening. That is not in the back burner. It's just waiting for things to happen. Just kind of giving an update on that, because I know, if anyone knows, I rarely ever talk about myself, and it's probably to my disadvantage. But what I'm actually doing right now is I'm developing an interactive game, like an actual game. I can't say too much. All I can really say is think about Zelda circa 1995, Super Nintendo. But it's going to be based on the Cronenberg gang. And when that is released, that will allow me to send the cards for print. It was kind of last minute, but I feel like I wanted to add more to the collection. I wanted to really spice up the utility of the collection, and so whoever got in early in the Cronenberg gangs, I appreciate them getting involved in that and showing the collection love. What I'm planning, the reason why I'm bringing this up is what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to give the game away for free to the world. And the way I want to fund that, quote unquote, is I'm selling spots in the game. Now, it's not really like I'm selling spots. Basically, it's like you're sponsoring the game. So, for example, you can have a character in the game that is representative of you, your company, your project, whatever. So right now, NFTRVN is in it. Humble Miner's in it. I have a couple artworks from Joaquin, which is being sponsored by one of the community members. I don't know if I can say their name or not, but two of the Joaquin characters are in the game. Sunny's going to be in the game, and there's a few others that are in it now. Now, it's not really like I'm selling it for me to make money. It's really just to help the development of the game, so when it releases, it just goes to the public for free. Because what I want to do is really get the attention to Ravencoin. And in my mind, if I can give away a complete game, start to finish, to the world for free, we are the marketing team for Ravencoin. And And I don't know if there's any other blockchain in the world that has said, hey, here's a free game that someone spent their life making. So I think that would really spice up Ravencoin. It would really spice up the collection for the investors and really make Ravencoin shine as a community to say, hey, look, we're really about togetherness and we're really about growing together. Look, here's a free game. Come join us. So that's sort of like my calling card for Ravencoin right now. The game is progressing. I unfortunately don't have an ETA. I would love to say tomorrow. Realistically, probably about another month, because I am doing this on my own. I'm like making little 8-bit characters and coding everything and play testing everything. And so, if anyone would like to sponsor the game, please send me a DM. You will have your own individual character and or your own individual shop in the game, like an actual building. Everyone that sponsors the game will be part of the actual game mechanics. So I would like to get people in as early as possible so they could be part of the storyline instead of just being like random people walking around. But if that's what happens, that's okay. I would just love to have as many people as part of it as possible because it's a permanent ad forever on Ravencoin in a game. So aside from that, I want to thank everybody who joined us here today for the Wake Up with WAGMI. I want to thank Sunny, Brick, Capitano, Indy, Ravencoin Assets. I know Cryptolissa was here, DGen Smokers, RVN or Die, Pinwheel. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you learn more about Ravencoin. If you have any questions, you could DM anybody that's in the room here. You can visit wagminft.net for information. So I hope everyone has a great day. I hope everyone finds success in their life in any way possible that they seek, and have a wonderful day.